Welcome back to a WWCB podcast. It's been a while, but we are finally back, Sam Price. So I'm joined yet by Sam the Alpha Price, former competitor on WWCB and future competitor, because I think you can announce your rematch with Jake Johnson.
I think it was former winner.
Former winner, yeah.
But apparently Jake has messaged Josh, wanted a rematch, which I'm well up for.
So April it will take place.
Yeah, I could do it 2-0 because it's getting boring telling everyone I 1-0.
Yeah,
so 2-0 sounds better, yeah.
I think you'll win again, yeah?
Yeah. I think Jake knows that as well. I don't know why he's bothering, to be honest. But
well, we'll see. He's bulked up a little bit, so...
it just makes him slower.
Slower, then?
Yeah, of course it does.
Fair enough. But, so we're just gonna go through the card for Saturday night, just how we see the fights go in, and what we think might happen, but we've got many of these wrong, so if we don't pick you boys, that's probably a good thing, if anything. Just for those coming Saturday night, the doors will open 5:30. The first fight will be about 6:15, and the event will finish at about 10:30. So book your buses to leave to arrive for 5:30 and leave for 10:30. Also, if you've double jabbed, what was that?
Rape me or something like that.
If you're double jabbed, just bring your COVID passport. If not, just a negative lateral flow test would be fine. So moving on to Saturday night, kicking off the card, we've got Jordan Davis versus Kane Clark. How do you see this one going, Sam?
Well, I see it as a 50-50 fight really for me, because I haven't seen enough of both. I know they've been over a bit and they've done a bit, so probably off what I've seen, I think Kane maybe, because he's a bit bigger. I know he's not a lot bigger, but he's a bit bigger. And I just think just because of that reason he might have it, but like I said, it's 50-50 for me. It's hard to say.
Yeah, it's a very close fight, to be fair. Yeah. I was surprised by how fit Kane was when he did come over. I thought because he hadn't done a lot of training he would struggle to do the rounds, but he jumped straight in, done three hard rounds with Corey, and yeah, he was fit enough to go to 3, so that's one sort of doubt I had about him out the window, and he boxed quite nice. Jordan, he'll do whatever you ask of him, he'll get in with anybody, and he'll always give 110%, and I think that's what might edge it his way on Saturday night. I think it'll be a very close fight, and I just think in the third round, when you've got to dig very deep and find a way to win, I think Jordan might just dig that bit deeper.
He impressed me in one fight he done with Corey. I thought against
sparring.
I don't think I'd seen anything before that, and at this point Corey had come on as well.
Yeah, we'll touch on that in a minute.
He did. And he gave him a good scrap, so that's why I put it at 50-50 because of that reason.
But you're going to edge Kane. Do you think it's going to go to points?
Yeah, Kane on points. I think.
I'm going to go Jordan on points. I can't see a stoppage in this one. I think both.
At least one of us will get one right, but anyway.
Well, unless it's a knockout or draw. Yeah. But moving on then to our second fight of the evening, which is a very interesting one to say the least, because they have actually sparred each other, these pair. Corey Davis versus Jack Saunders. I mean, personally, I would say that Corey is the most improved fighter in the gym in the past 6 weeks. Would you say that's accurate?
100%, yeah. No one else there would argue with that. He has come on leaps and bounds. Like, when he first came in here, to be honest, and I've said it to his face, I was a bit worried who he's going to put him up against.
Yeah, I told him that as well, yeah.
Because, I
actually drafted in Josh Davis to fight him, because I thought he would be perfect for him. Because Corey reminded me a lot of Ryan Durbin, who fought on previous cards, in terms of like his size and the way he boxed. But I mean, in the last 6 weeks, much like Ryan Durbin did, he's improved dramatically.
Yeah, he did. I think he called me out at one point.
I think he did. I think he called fucking Johnny Chappell out the other day. Johnny was saying. So that's a bridge too far, Ryan, if you're listening. Leave that one. But I mean, the way I see it going, Jack, when they had that spar, it was very, very early on in camp, and Jack did get the better of Corey quite easily. Jack boxes lovely, his movement's lovely, boxes really well. But I think if he goes into this fight complacent, if he goes into this fight thinking, well, I've sparred this boy, I know exactly what's coming, it's going to be easy night for me, I think he's very much mistaken, and he could have a very big shock Saturday night. If he goes in there and treats it as the hardest night of his life, then he probably will box well enough to beat Corey. But if he takes Corey for granted for 1 second, I think Corey will really put the heat on him, and he could be on the back foot early. But I'm going to edge it to Jack just on points, but I think it's going to be a lot harder than he probably thinks.
For me with this fight, it's a big thing for me because Corey's actually doing the fight in honour of my brother-in-law who died. And for me, just like for that reason, I don't care who he was fighting. I want Corey to do it for him. So for me, I don't care if Corey was fighting my brother. I'd want Corey to win. Yeah, so I hope Corey...
Their names are actually put on the back of Corey's vest.
Yes, I know. Yeah, and for me, like, that's the one fight I want to win. And no thing to Jack, but it's a big thing for me. And I want Corey to go out there and honour him well.
Slammed the brakes on earlier, was it?
I thought, what? Nah, but honestly, all jokes aside, for me, like, I hope he gets it. Just for that sake, you know, it means a lot to him as well, not just for me. But yeah, I hope he put a good fight on. And
so you're going to go Corey on points, or?
Yeah, Corey on points.
I'll go Jack on points, but it all depends on who handles the night the better for me. Next fight up, again another very interesting one because I can see this going two ways. Gareth Clayton versus Muggy Max Edwards.
You can't see it. It's gonna go either two ways. It's guaranteed, isn't it? It's either gonna be Max goes out there and catches him with one of those big rights, and he have got it in his locker.
Max got a very big right hand.
Yeah, but he throws it from Cardiff. That's I've said this to him.
Yeah.
You know, he needs to. You know,
you can see it coming.
Yeah,
a mile away. Yeah.
But you know, if that does catch, it is a big right, and he could be in trouble from that.
And it has hurt Gareth in the past when they've sparred. You know, early on in camp again. I think, like, although Max, you know, we've spent a lot of time working on sort of patience and taking his time, picking his shots.
But he knows I've shouted him enough. Right?
Yeah, well, we all have, and I think on the night when you've got hundreds of people there screaming your name, and you land a shot and they start screaming even louder, I just think he's gonna go revert the type, and I think he's gonna go out swinging.
And if anyone's going to do it, it's out by Max. He's going to be hyped up for that fight.
Yeah, he's going to be well up for it. I mean, you've seen him at the weigh-in, obviously great entertainment, but he's obviously up for it. And I just feel as though if he doesn't stop Gareth in the first round, then Gareth is going to have a big chance in this fight. He
comes into the fight a lot more then.
Yeah.
I think, but the thing with Gareth is, like, we've all, you know, tried helping him, which he does listen, he does.
He wants it. He wants it.
He gets in his own head, he does. That's the problem with him.
Yeah.
Like, he'll be halfway through the fight and he'll start shouting at himself in sparring instead of just, you know, letting it go and then thinking more.
Do you think Gareth's shown everything in sparring?
No, I think he's
got another gear.
I think he's got another gear. I think he has. He's done a fight before.
And he won?
Yeah, exactly. He got a win. So he knows what he's doing.
He's also experienced the crowd. Do you think that'll be a big factor?
Maybe, it depends on Max. I think Max will love the crowd though.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think he'll love it.
He does seem the type. He enjoyed it the way
I think he loves the crowd. So I don't think that comes into it at all. But I think it's the two ways I see it going is Max goes out there, throws big and hurts him, and the fight is pretty much over there and then, or...
So a first round stoppage for Max, potentially, you think?
And it's either going to be that way then, or Gareth, you know, rides the storm.
Covers up, takes him on the gloves first round.
Yeah, and then Max, you know, gets a bit tired.
But the thing is,
those big rights are not going to be as hard as he thinks they are.
You lose a lot of the power when he gets tired, and then Gareth can start coming forward. And you know, with a bit left in the tank, it could be if it goes into the third round 1-0, you'd have to fancy Gareth then. You know?
Yeah, and that is how it's going to go.
Yeah,
and that's where Gareth picks him
off.
So
I'm going to put you on the spot. Who wins and how?
I think Max wins first round knockout.
You think he stops him?
I think only because I think Gareth's going to get in his head too much. I think on the night, like he does it in training, and on the night it's going to be bigger. It's going to be, and I think it's going to go. He's going to play on his head, and I think Max is going to catch him with a big one. But you know, that's just how it could go. Or it could go the other way. But I'm going to say
you're going to go for Max.
I have to say one way or the other one. I think go Max with a big knockout.
I think with Troy in his corner, Gareth's going to go in there with the right game plan, and if he does listen...
I hope he does listen, he does.
If he does listen to that and take Troy's advice on board, I think he'll weather the storm, and I think he'll come out on a points decision.
That could easily happen.
So,
I hope he does listen, because like,
it could go either way.
I like Gareth. I really do like him, and he's been in there. And once I've said something to him, you know, he's gone on and he's practiced it.
Yeah.
And like, that's all you want for someone. If you try to give them a little tip, there's nothing worse than saying something to someone, like you keep dropping your left hand or whatever, and they say, oh yeah, and then 3 minutes later they're dropping the left hand again. It's like, you just pointless effort.
Yeah.
But he seems to listen when you say something to him. So I hope he doesn't. I hope he does well the storm.
Yeah. And they make it a good fight. Make it interesting. If I make Max actually dig deep for it.
And Max is going to really have to warn it then.
Yeah. He can't just, you know.
It's not like in sparring where you can just get out.
Yeah, exactly.
You're in it to the
so
end,
we'll find out what sort of heart Max has got as well.
Yeah.
You know, so it's an interesting fight. I'm looking forward to that one. All right, moving on then. So we've got Ryan Lloyd versus Matthew Bowen. Obviously, we've not seen a lot of Ryan in this camp because he's been working away a lot, but we have seen him box on the show before. Where he lost narrowly to Stephen Evans of Ronda. How do you call this one?
For me, it's just going to go two ways again. If Bowen goes out there and just picks the jab right, like he's been doing, move out, he's gonna win on points.
Yeah.
Well, that's just how it's gonna happen. And then if Ryan then comes out and he throws more than he has been, because he hasn't showed a lot in training. I've asked him loads of times.
Does his hands go enough? Does he?
That's what I said to him. I said, let yourself go. I don't know if he's keeping it back. He
thought
knows
that last time, but then he didn't from on the night. I think it just, I don't know. And he said himself to me that he does struggle to let his hands go
because he's a strong boy.
Yeah, and he's got fast hands as well. You know, he's got fast hands. But I think for me, when I watched him on the last show, I really thought he was going to win because he's got fast hands. And I just thought on the night he'd let him go in there, and it didn't happen until the third round, and he nearly nicked the fight. It was a very close fight.
Left it too late.
But he left it too late. And I just think Bowen he works the jab beautifully.
Bowen's come on as well.
He's come on leaps and bounds. Came on leaps and bounds. Yeah. But he's got a lovely jab. He doubles up on it. Sometimes a triple jab. You know,
triple jab.
In and out, and he's in and out quick, right? And I think that 18-foot ring on the night, I think it's going to be a big advantage to him. I think if he boxes like that, then he's probably going to win.
Without Ryan throwing back, going to happen.
But I also think that for the first round, I don't think Ryan will be able to land on him. I just think he's in and out so quick. I don't think he'll be able to land. But what I have noticed with Matthew is when you get into the third round, he does start to slow down a little bit. And I think that's when, much like Ryan's first fight, that's when his opportunity could be there to let his hands go. And I think he could potentially get a stoppage in the third round. Yeah. But I think he'll need to, because I think Bowen will be 2 rounds up. And if Bowen can weather the storm in the third round, I think Bowen will win on points.
So like we're saying, Ryan's got to throw.
Yeah, he's got to throw. He's got to throw. Yeah, he's got to let those hands go this time. You know, he can't leave anything out there this time. But I'm going to go for Bowen. I think he'll weather the storm in that last round. I'm going to go for a Bowen points victory.
Just by sparring and training, with Ryan having let his hands go, if he does the same as he did in sparring, then it's going to be a Bowen on points.
So that's what you're going for?
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, I have to go from sparring. That's what I'm going to go for.
Yeah, no, fair enough. But again, if he lets his hands go, it could be very wrong. Yeah. Right, next fight, Dylan Henry, the BMF, the bad motherfucker, taking on another bad motherfucker, Craig Barrington Lamsey, who's both have fought on cards before. Lamsey's unbeaten, Dylan's unbeaten. Somebody's always got to go, Sam. Whose is it?
I think Dylan wins.
Yeah?
Yeah, like I know Lamsey doesn't really need much preparation for fights because he's fit.
But he has been training kickboxing. He's not been doing nothing. He's only sat on the couch.
No, I know that, but it's different than everyone knows. It's different between boxing and kickboxing. He can't just throw a kick in it to get a bit of space off the guy. He's got to throw back, which Lamsey does 1-2, 1-2 a lot, but it works.
Yeah,
I think if Dylan Henry lets him come onto him and throw the whole round, he's gonna find it hard.
Yeah,
but if he doesn't let Lamsey do what Lamsey does best and keep pressure on people, he needs to get in there, hurt Lamsey a bit, get out.
Yeah.
I don't think he needs to stay there trading punches.
No, I agree. I mean, Lamsey is non-stop for 3 rounds. You know he'll get 3 rounds, and he'll be the same pace. Rounds. Yeah, he would. You could put him in there for 12 rounds, and he'd be exactly the same. But it's just 1-2s straight down the middle a lot of the time with Lamsey, so it is quite predictable. So if Dylan can sort of use the space, it's easy said and done. I mean, we've seen Tyler G do it. Yeah. Tyler G done it lovely for a round, and then it was almost like, well, a petrol like was flashing in round 2 because it was just constant. I think Dylan is probably a little better prepared than Tyler was then. So I think Dylan will probably go 2 rounds, maybe where he can well, I don't know, he can probably outbox Lamsey, but Lamsey's going to be on him, and it depends what the referee likes. But I think 3rd round, Dylan's going to really have to dig deep.
100%.
I would, I mean...
I think 3 rounds with Lamsey is like 6 rounds with someone else.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. I'm going to go with Dylan, because I do think if one of them is going to sort of land a big shot and drop the other, I think it will come from Dylan. But it's a sort of, it's a call-em fight. I literally couldn't call it. I couldn't split them. You can pick whichever one you want, really.
It's a good matchup, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It could go either way, and I haven't even got a decision. I'll say Dylan on points, but I wouldn't say with any confidence, really. It could go either way.
Yeah, I probably just agree with you.
Yeah.
I just agree. Dylan on points.
Okay, so we're both going Dylan on points. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Craig won it, and won it in style as well.
Style?
You never know, it could just get too much.
Roundhouse kick to it, like.
Well, maybe. Yeah, Dylan wins by DQ. Right, moving on then. Another good fight, very close fight. Larry Hutchins versus James Rowe. Obviously, James long, rangy, from being training a lot in the Merthyr gym.
Not tall or lanky, you saying that?
No, he is tall.
He's tall now, is he?
He's tall now.
He's tall now.
Yeah, lanky. Well, yeah, he is lanky. Yeah, lanky tall.
Lanky tall.
Yeah. But how would you see that one going?
I haven't seen much of either of them. I think where Larry's been there and done a bit of sparring, I think the most sparring he done there was the day I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I didn't see.
He has been here the last couple of weeks. You would have seen
I've seen a bit. I'm not saying I haven't seen him. But like compared to other people who I see like week in week out doing.
We had an injury, see, Larry.
Yeah, I'm not saying he hasn't done
his ligaments.
I'm just saying I haven't seen much of him. And
in his ankle.
When he was there, when he was there, I wasn't. So it's hard to say with him. And to be fair, it's the same
for James.
Well, yeah, I haven't seen much of either of them. So for me, I haven't got an opinion on it.
Yeah, I think, Larry, he's a tough fucker. He'll keep going, he'll keep coming forward, he'll keep throwing. He lands quite heavy as well. Him and Max have landed very big shots on each other. They both carry a lot of power, him and Max, So I know that James has been working a lot on keeping him at range, using his height and his reach to his advantage, keeping him at range. But we haven't seen it, so again, I haven't seen much of James apart from in the early weeks. But I think it's a close fight. Larry, he came up to me after a session a couple of weeks ago and he said, like, I need to learn how to close the distance. If I'm fighting a boy that's got a long, rangy jab, I need to close the distance. And we spent a little bit of time working on that. So he wants to learn. He wants to improve.
He knows how to win. By the sounds of things.
I just think he wants it a bit more. I think I think on the night it's going to come down to who wants him more. And I think Larry could want it a bit more. So James is about to turn up for his gum shield. So
it's a good job. He just missed that. Sorry about him, James.
Sorry, James. But I'm gonna go Larry on points. I think it'll be a very close fight. I just don't think James will have the gas time to keep Larry off for 3 rounds. And I think Larry's going to come on very strong late and he might just nick the fight.
Yeah, well, we'll have to go with yours because I haven't got that much in depth to the fight. So. And
then we move on to a fight that captured everyone's attention at the weigh-in. Jordan James Davis versus Jordan Jones. Obviously, Jordan's brother Luke boxed on the show a couple of years ago and won in style.
Good fight, huh?
Jordan's expecting to go on and do the same thing. Luke's actually fighting Rob Powell in the Gurnos, headlining now on March the 12th.
I was waiting for that.
If you haven't got tickets, they're nearly gone, so you need to get your tickets in ASAP, boys and girls. It's going to be a great night in the Gurnos on March the 12th. But yeah, this fight, obviously Jordan, local Jordan Davis, he obviously gave it a big one at the weigh-in. But I think he had 2 options. He could have shied away from it, all the Gurnos boys singing, or he could have given it back to him, and he gave it back to him.
I
think
100%.
I think that was the right way to go.
Oh, of course it was.
Yeah, I think that was the right thing to do. And yeah, it's a close fight. How do you...
Well, that what he did in the weigh-in made the weigh-in, didn't it? Let's be honest.
Brilliant.
It was good. Like, like he says, I was there with a camera, looking for the camera, thinking I might have to step in.
It did look like it was getting a bit tasty,
Did. But that's what you want. You know?
Yeah.
You go
Easier sell.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And they obviously both really want it.
Yeah.
Neither want to lose. So that, right there, you might have to just give out 2 winners' medals, but...
I think draw, your first draw call.
Might have to give out 2 winners.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's clash of styles almost, because Jordan Jones has the power. He's a little bit bigger, I think, a little bit stronger. He has the power, but I think Jordan James Davis just wants it. Just wants it really bad, and it could come down again, like I've said a few times on this podcast, it could come down again to who wants him more on that night.
Quick as well.
And he's quick, he's
I
in
think
and
he's
out.
got a bit of, he hurt his brother in training a couple of times.
He did, yeah.
So
his brother's good,
That's his own brother, so I want to see what he want to do somewhere else.
Jordan's been doing a lot of work with his brother Luke as well. So it's a family affair.
Luke got a fight coming up in the Gurnos, March 12th?
Oh, I think I might have mentioned.
You said that, I didn't know this.
Get your tickets, guys. But no, so how would you see it going then? Obviously, we've seen all the build-up. We know that they both want it, but who wants it more?
I don't know if Jordan Davis, like, he's going to want it. We've seen him a lot in training. If he goes out there and does what he knows he can do, he's going to put up a good fight.
Oh, it's going to be, yeah.
It's going to be a really hard fight.
It's going to be an hard night's work for both of them, I think.
Yeah, and I think it's hard, because I think they both got their own tactics, and either way could win. It could be Jordan Jones' strength, hurt him, get him out of there quick, maybe first, second round, which he could.
Yeah, he could do, yeah.
Or it's going to be, they go the distance, and I think third round, maybe Jordan Davis steals it.
Do you think?
I think he takes, if it goes to 3 rounds, I think he steals it then.
Yeah.
I think he'll...
I don't know how to call it really. I would probably edge towards Jordan Jones slightly.
Through strength.
Just through. I think he's probably just a little bit stronger, and I think if he does cut the ring off and he gets Jordan Davis up against the ropes, that's when he's going to be most dangerous. I think the big thing for Jordan Davis is stay off the ropes, stay in the centre of the ring, use his footwork to his advantage.
He's quick.
Yeah.
Goes the body well. That's what he does well.
Yeah, mixes it up.
Yeah.
And I just think if he's up against the ropes and he's in the corner, he's in trouble. I think he needs to keep in the centre of the ring, use the space, and just box, try and outbox Jordan Jones. That's what he needs to do.
He's a clever boxer as well.
He is, yeah, and he could just outbox Jordan. He could be just too quick for him.
But like you said, Jordan's been with his brother Luke.
Yeah, they both know what they do.
It comes to doing to be a winner. Yeah. So I think you've seen sparring, training videos, and stuff. So they've got a tactic there, which could be the difference.
I could see this fight being very close and possibly a rematch. I could see both fighters perhaps wanting a rematch.
I'd love to see a fight again.
Yeah. Well, we haven't seen a fight once.
Well, I just saw that how good it's going to be. So
just want to see it again already. I think it could be very close, and I think they could let's run it back. Yeah. That's how I see that going.
Well, it could go to, like I said, that draw after that, don't they?
Yeah.
They can't even run a draw now.
Next fight up then, we got Anthony Hatch and Rob Jones. Obviously Anthony Hatch was scheduled to fight Conor Sturgis, but Conor pulled out with injury, torn his rotator cuff in his shoulder, but was sparring in the gym 2 days later. So take what you want from that. He didn't want to fight a grown man actually, but we've discussed it. We moved on now.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like you moved on, but
I wanted to just let people know.
Sounds like it still hurts a little bit.
People might be coming down thinking, well, actually Conor, what's happening? Where's that? So I just wanted to let the people know. Let the one listener that we'll have know.
Sounded a little bitchy, but it sounded a little bitchy. Like.
Nah, it's nice. Don't know. Look, Conor, if you're listening, it's all good. I hope your shoulder heals well. And
there's potential.
There's a few other shows out there that you can participate on next year. So.
Wow, another backline.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe a one-show ban.
Corey's going to drag him along whatever if he goes and does another one.
We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, moving on. We got Anthony Hatch, Rob Jones. Obviously, Rob, we were looking for an opponent for Rob when Conor pulled out. I messaged Hatchie. I said, look, we got the Rob fight. Do you want it? And should I play his voice note?
Yeah.
Should I do that for the
fans would want to hear it.
For the one listener that we've got?
I think it could be 2, but
Yeah, well, we could have a couple listening, couldn't we? Oh, fucking I can't find them. Let's have a look. What's he say?
Anyone, bud.
Here we go, let me just restart that.
I'll fight anyone, bud. I don't care. You know me, Macca. Chuck me in, man.
and that was it.
Yeah, so he
Fight
straight
anyone.
away he'll fight anyone. So
Wow.
how would you say? I mean, the face-off was very intense.
Yeah, it was,
Neither of
yeah.
them
No.
give an inch today.
Well, with Rob is very good. Let's be honest, he is very good.
There's things he's very good for white collar. There's things he can work on. I mean,
No, but
his chin's up in here when he's back.
He's at white collar level.
Yeah,
already,
that's
so
he's good at this level. Very good.
Once you see him,
He's
in
got a lot of
sparring-
potential moving forward.
Oh,
from
100%.
this.
Even just now, you see him in sparring and stuff. He's very good.
Oh yeah.
And when you set
He
up
is good.
against Archie, Archie's a good fighter. I already knew it was going to be a good fight before I'd even seen him. The only thing I was worried about is Archie had no sparring, had no training.
No, you had been there because you were going to fight Conor. So you had been there, just the nights you weren't there probably.
Oh,
We had a few nights off, but
I
by the
think
sounds of it.
I think I had 3, but no. But what I'm saying is, Rob was like
Rob was every week when he pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
and Archie
Archie works afternoons, he was only there every other week.
I think I only seen Archie spar once before.
But I watched-
last week. Was it
Yeah.
last week or the week before?
Week before, yeah.
And he really impressed me, and Archie did.
Well, he went in with Dean. I don't know if that was on a Sunday or one of the days in the week.
No, it was I think it was on a Thursday.
And he was really impressive when he sparred Dean.
Yeah, he impressed me. He did. He made Dean look.
Well, Dean got out after 2 rounds, I think. He's tired.
Yeah, he was.
And that's not Dean. Usually Dean
No,
will
I
stay
was-
in there. And so I think Archie might have hurt him, in the...
He said this to Dean, he said, he was tired and fatigued or whatever,
He
which
needed
it
he had a
happens,
massive- It does, yeah, and he had put a lot of work in.
And he turns up on Sundays as well, so he was tired. He
Yeah.
needed a break, but
Archie did look good. He got a lot of power. He throws like big high hooks, and there's quite a lot of power in him.
But he seemed to pick, see what Dean was doing wrong. Dean's left hand was going down, and Archie could, he was clever boxing. He could see what he was doing wrong.
Yeah.
And he was picking him off, and it was all right up over the top, and it was working.
He's done a lot of good sparring with Ethan as well. They've been in a couple of times, and Ethan's obviously very good.
Yeah. But Ethan don't put everything into his sparring with the boys, does he? So
Yeah.
sometimes you can't always go off it.
No, you can't. No. I mean, how would you see it going? I think for me, Rob could just keep him at range and outbox him. Really, I think. Although Rob does have a habit of when he's up against the ropes, his chin's in the air, and if Archie does throw one of those high hooks over the top, you never
does
know.
like
You
to
never
throw
know what
them.
could happen.
Yeah.
But I do think Rob boxes very well behind the jab, and I think I can. I know the likeliest sort of scenario I see is Rob on points. How do you see it?
That's the noise I'm making, boys, 'cause I'm stuck. Before I saw Archie spar against Dean, I probably would have agreed with you. I probably would have said Rob easy on points, just because he's impressed me a lot in this camp as well, Rob have. And but after what I seen Archie do, I think he could probably have a lot more of a fight than I thought.
First thought there.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I think and especially when I see him at the face-off, Archie's focused. He's at the end of the day, he's done 3 white collars. This is Rob's first.
Yeah.
Will that experience count for a lot? That's a lot of experience in these events.
he's a sporting competitor anyway.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
in
football
boxing,
as well.
So he knows how to win and how to get a win. But I do like Rob as well. I'm stuck, boys. Honestly, I can't call that one.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
okay,
I can't call that.
that's fine. We'll move on now. Anthony Davis taking on Conor Eds. Now, Anthony beat Conor's brother on our very first show, Liam Knowles. That was quite a shock actually, because I think a lot of us thought that Liam was going to win that before moving on to amateur, because Liam in the gym was very good.
I can't remember what was said on one of the podcasts. I wish I listened
Yeah.
back to it. I can't remember. But I know I would have said about dangerous is
Overhand right.
Because
We haven't
before
seen a lot of that in this
No,
camp.
because at the time on that training, he was hurting a lot of people with it, and he was catching them every time. So I'm assuming I would have said back then that it was a chance that he would have had that overhand right and it would have hurt him, which is probably what is, that did work.
Perhaps he's hiding it in the gym and then going to unleash it on the night. And that could catch Conor out, really, because we haven't seen it,
Because Conor's, I think, with Conor for me, is he's too nice. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Like, and I think he brings that in with his boxing as well. I don't think he's, like, vicious with his thing. But, saying that, I honestly think in there, he probably is the best boxer in there.
Bristol?
No, I think he is the best boxer in
there.
Yeah, his technique and stuff, and his boxing levels, I think he is the best in there, but I think he'll go to amateur after this.
I think, I can see him.
And I think he's going to do really well in amateur as well.
Yeah?
I think he just needs to get a bit more angry, throw...
Of that nasty side.
Nastier more side to him, and I think that then he'll go up more levels.
Yeah?
Yeah,
So you see a big future in boxing?
Yeah, I think he's going to do well as long as he sticks at it, honestly. Because his brother didn't, Liam,
and well, he did go at amateur.
No, he did, but he didn't keep going, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it didn't work out for him.
No.
I mean, Conor, when I first seen them both spar, like obviously Conor joined halfway through, and Anthony did really, and when I watched them both spar the first time, style-wise, they're very similar. They both, they footwork, they got lovely footwork, the pair of them. Very similar boxers, really. And I mean, at that point, I thought this is going to be a very close fight. But then as the weeks have gone on, Anthony has sort of gone in with his brother and they've just had a dust up, and I think Anthony's sort of not shown us what he can really do, because he does box well, but when he's in it with his brother, I feel like they just fight.
Not box.
And then whereas Conor on the other hand has been having rounds with Ethan and Bristol, and he's really impressed because he's...
Well, that's what impressed me with Bristol. I honestly think he beat Chris in the 2 rounds they sparred.
I got 7 notifications from Matthew Bowen.
I think Conor beat Chris in the 2 rounds when he had the spar. Like, Chris got out there and he said he was tired, he couldn't be bothered or whatever. Perhaps he did.
Yeah, but they were close rounds, but obviously not scoring his part.
It wasn't a fight, was it? Let's be honest.
No.
But I think he showed a bit more, maybe.
Conor's class, and I think he's had the better preparation in terms of the people he's been sparring. Because obviously, no disrespect to Jordan Davis, but they just had a dust up, and then you got Conor going in with Bristol and Ethan, and they box him well, and I just think he's had a better preparation. But I don't think we've seen the best of Anthony, and I think this was very much the story on the first camp where we hadn't seen the best of him, so I can see Anthony surprising a few people, and I think he'll be a lot closer than perhaps people think. Also, Anthony's got the experience of being in that situation, whereas Conor hasn't. I don't think he has anyway.
If Conor don't show a bit of aggression in there, Anthony does show a bit of aggression.
Well, Anthony does have that aggression.
He does, and if he throws that overhand right, he can hurt anybody.
Yeah.
He can hurt anybody there, so it could go either way. But for me, I just think Conor steals the fight. I think he wins the fight.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Conor as well.
And I think he goes on. Like I said, I think he'll do well.
I think he'll go. Yeah, I agree with you. I think he will go into amateur, and I think he can do well. He's a lovely boxer. I think he probably, on what I've seen and the preparations they've had, I think I have to go with Conor, but I do think Anthony's going to shock a few people on the night.
And he got it. Let's be honest.
He can 100% cause an upset on the night, I think.
But we got to go one way or the other.
Yeah.
And I think Conor like you said, he's with the sparring and stuff, and like I said, I think he's the best boxer, isn't it?
Yeah.
I gotta give it to him.
Nice. Okay. So moving on then, we've got 4 fights to go. So we've got Sam Akintoy and Andrew Broome.
Well, we seen Broome earlier. We had a really big 20-minute discussion on Indians.
Yeah, he was tempted to have an Indian tonight, but I think he's on the home cooked meal in preparation for Saturday.
Keeping it clean for Saturday, but I nearly swayed him.
You did?
Yeah.
Talking with the Indians, the Madras and that.
Such a nice guy.
But how do you see that? I mean, obviously Sam has boxed on 2 shows. He's not had it easy. Obviously, he's lost to his mate Anthony on the first show in what was a good close fight.
And then up against
and then obviously he went for the belt then against Stewart on his next outing. And Stewart, obviously, as we know, is very, very good. So, and he did cause Stewart a bit of trouble in that first round, but I think he just blew out. He tried to stop Stewart really, and he blew out. This time, I think it's sort of shit or bust for him, really. either gets the win or he doesn't do another one. I think.
I don't. In his head, I don't
For
think.
him,
I
I think
don't
that's
think
how
he
he
can. I
sees
don't
it.
think he can lose another one in his
Yeah, I
mindset.
think-
I think he needs, like, for him, he needs the win.
Yeah,
Because
he wants this bad, doesn't he?
It's mad to even say it because he's such a good boxer.
Yeah,
he's strong.
Yeah, he's got everything you would want.
You look at him,
yeah,
and you think, how am I going to beat him?
yeah, he's got
That's-
everything you want, and yeah, he does box well as well. You know, he got good chin. He's never been dropped.
No.
I think he took a knee against Stu, but that was just tired more than anything.
Like I nearly dropped him in sparring, but I chose to like hold
Oh,
back.
you
a little
held back
bit.
to him.
Yeah, and I think he thanked
I hope
me
you're
for-
listening to this, Sam.
I think he thanked me for it a little bit, but
Yeah.
nah, he's like he got a chin.
Obviously with Broomy, I mean, he's done MMA fights and things like that. Strong boy. He's fit.
Yeah.
You know, he's fit for 3 rounds. He'll go 3 rounds.
You know, he's done this before in MMA.
He
so
knows what to
he
expect.
can do 3
Sam knows what to expect. It's going to be a slob knockout. I really don't see a knockout though. For two big boys who hit so hard, I think they both got good
I
chins.
don't know, see?
I think they both got good chins.
I think they both got enough power to knock each other out.
Yeah, but I just can't see. I think they both got really good chins. I can't see it.
Yeah.
I can't see. I think it's going to go to points, and I think it's going to be very fucking close. Very close.
It's going to be, for me...
Gav Price messaged me earlier, obviously at Boxer as well, and he asked me, he said, like, I genuinely think it's going to be fight tonight. How would you call it? Like, how would you see it? I said I genuinely couldn't call it. That's literally what I said to Gav. I said, I cannot call it. I said, I think it'll go to points, but I couldn't call it either way.
Sam's got to really want it.
Yeah.
He
can't let up.
He's going to want...
He's got to be on Broomy from the first bell to the final, but he cannot let up.
No, he's going to have to want this more than anything he's wanted before. Like, you know, with Anthony, is his friend. It was a friendly fight. Obviously, he wanted to win, but...
Stu, he obviously went for the bell and he went in with a game plan. It just didn't work. It almost worked, but it didn't
in
work.
that fight, it was, I'm going to knock him out in the first round, which he could have.
Yeah, and he went
If,
for
you know,
it.
if he caught him big, he would have, but Stu was a bit clever for it.
Yeah.
He knew it was coming, so
Yeah.
he had a game plan for that. So but he doesn't want to go and do the same, you know, go there with the same attitude. Because, like you said, I don't think he's going to knock him out. He could, but I don't think he's going to. So I don't think he wants to go out there throwing like he's going to knock him out in the first round.
No, yeah, I agree.
But I think Broomy's a clever fighter. He's had so many fights, you know, he's not dull. He knows he'll weather the storm, and you know, you've got to go Broomy's side then if he gasses out in the first round with Sam.
Sam's gas time needs to hold out because I think Broomy's will.
Yeah.
You know, and perhaps looking at them, no disrespect to Broomy, but perhaps looking at him, you would think Sam would be better equipped to go 3 rounds than Broomy would.
Well, yeah, because he looks like an athlete.
Yeah,
So Sam is an athlete.
Yeah,
but he looks like
well,
an
he looked
athlete.
like the next Daniel Craig coming out of the sea the other day.
That's not
Did you see that picture?
I think he was more. He put up with Anthony Joshua.
Oh,
wasn't
Anthony Joshua, yeah. But yeah. Daniel Craig comes out to the...
Yeah, but
Up
he
to the
done,
sea, didn't he?
Joshua just done the same thing, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think that's where he put the
Yeah, he
pictures
did.
up.
I seen that. Actually.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, that's what I mean. He does
No,
look.
I was
He's
supposed to
built
do.
like that,
Yeah.
you know. And whereas Broomy was considering an Indian 2 nights before. That says what you need to know about Broomy.
I did make it very convincing. I
Yeah,
should
you
have
did.
one.
I was tempted as
Yeah.
well. I'll be honest. Yeah. But no, I think Broomy is probably better equipped to go 3 hard rounds than Sam.
Yeah.
You know, I think Sam is very much explosive power, and then when you have that explosive power, much like AJ,
Yeah.
they don't tend to have the stamina tank because it's you know, I don't know. I can't call it. I genuinely cannot put my head on the
I
top.
already
of
said
rock
if
pick
Sam,
one.
I can't.
You can't.
Sam if Sam wants it as much as he should want it, because
Oh, he does want it.
yeah, no,
He's told me how
I've
much he
spoken to him
wants it.
loads of times and he's said he wants it, but like he's got to want it.
On
There's
the
a
night,
difference
yeah.
of wanting it.
There's
and
a difference
wanting
between saying it and
Yeah,
doing it.
exactly.
You know? Yeah.
But
You're not going to call it either.
I
You're
can't.
sit on the fence.
I'm going to sit on that fence with you, but it's
Yeah.
got to be a strong fence.
It'll have
for
to be
me
a
and
strong
you,
fence
but,
for us too. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm going to sit on it. I'm going to really enjoy that fight, though.
Yeah, and me. I'm hoping to have a pint in my hand by then. I'm hoping everything will be sort of running smoothly and I can have a pint. But next up then we've got Chris Bristow and Dean Morris. Obviously both fighters looking for redemption. You got Chris, who lost to Johnny Chap on the last show. Dean lost just a couple of weeks ago on a different promoter's show. So they're both looking for redemption.
Both, know the
Both
way
have
around
had
the
plenty
boxing
of fights,
ring.
yeah. I mean, I know I've spoken to Dean. I know that he has bigger aspirations than White Collar. He wants to go into the amateurs. He said he belongs there.
Well, I think Chris, again, if he put the effort in,
I think Chris is probably just concentrating on work now. I think this is just sort of where he's at. He he enjoys this, and I don't think.
No, but I'm not saying he's gonna. I'm saying he could.
Oh yeah, I think he's definitely got the talent.
I think,
yeah, definitely. But I mean, how would you see this one going? I mean, both men think they're going to win.
Yeah.
They're both very confident about winning, but only one man can win.
Yeah.
So who's it going to be?
It could be a draw. I think both get winners' medals then, I suppose. Nah, but I think
stock. I have to tell Roger, not too many draws, no sense.
The thing with Chris is, like, with this camp, like, we know how good Chris is as a boxer, man. He's a very good boxer, but I feel like he's been lazy this camp. I don't know if he'd agree. Perhaps he will. But
I think he was very lazy last camp. I think he's been better this camp.
He's turned up.
It's just hard work and the kids.
Of course, he does a lot of hours, but once you go in that gym, you've got to put that behind you, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've got to put the
like
effort
Sunday,
in.
he said I can't be asked.
You've got to put the effort in when you're in there. And for me, I don't think Chris has put enough effort in. But he's such a good boxer. Perhaps he doesn't need to put as much effort in as others.
Do you think if he was fighting Stu, because I know he's pushing hard for the Stu fight, do you think if he was fighting Stu in 2 days' time, the camp would have been different?
100%. I think Chris would have been for every session he could have, without excuses.
And doing work outside the gym.
Yeah, 100%. He'd be in the gym. He'd be going on runs. He wants that fight.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you got to get past Dean first.
You got to get past Dean.
He still needed to put the effort in. Dean's no mug.
Because if he loses to Dean, he's lost twice. And Stu was not gonna.
No, Stu.
He's not going to get off the couch for that. He's not going to bother. So it's almost make or break for Chris really in terms of getting that fight, against Stu, because he wants to beat Stu.
He does. Yeah, he's wanted that for a long time, hasn't he? And but even regardless of saying all that, I think Chris is just such a good boxer. Anyway, he can do 3 rounds on a night.
Do you think he could stop Dean early? Dean's tough, see?
No, he is a tough cookie.
Yeah.
And that's why I have them puffed, because like if I set a full camp, Chris, yeah. If it was the Chris who thinks he's fighting Stu, 100%.
Or the Chris who fought Gia.
Yeah, who wanted it, 100%. But this, he's been like sitting on the couch, chops in for a bit, and I don't know. I don't think I think he already thinks he's won. Maybe, I don't know.
Do you think he's sort of looking past Dean a little bit?
And he's on to the Stu fight already.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think this is
do you think he could end up getting caught out on Saturday night?
I think he's going to be more shocked than he thinks, maybe. I don't know, but I don't know if he thinks it's going to be a big fight. But, like, Dean's no mug. No, he's a good boxer.
He's tough, yeah.
Like you said, he already wants to go amateur, so he believes in himself a lot. But Chris is just too good, isn't he?
So for you, Chris on points?
Chris on points, yeah.
I sort of, I half agree. I think this camp's been a lot better from Bristol than the last one. I think he found it difficult to give weight away to Johnny last. I think Johnny was just too big and too strong for him. And Johnny's very good in his own right as well anyway, and he's a showman, Johnny, I'd love to see that rematch really as well, but I can't see Johnny ever doing that fight again. I think he probably wants Stu as well. I think.
Maybe if Chris beats Stu, it's there.
Maybe then. But Dean, obviously he's been here every week. He's been helping out the boys. He's someone I would like to keep on board, win or lose, to help with future camps, because
job offer, like?
No, I don't know about a full-time role, but I certainly would like him to stay around the gym and help with future camps, in terms of just taking the boys round. He's a positive person to be around in the gym. I got nothing but nice things to say about him, really. In terms of the fight, I think he will give Bristol problems. I think he is tough, he's durable. I think he will take a little bit of stopping. But I do think... I think Chris might just wear him down back end of the second round, and I think he might stop him late in the second.
Like I said, I got to ask you the same. Like, do you think like Chris full camp wanting this, as if he's fighting Stewart? What? Do you say the same thing?
Do I think he stops Dean then? Like if he had
early
a full
then,
camp?
if he had a full camp?
I think again. I don't know about early. I think he has had a decent camp anyway. I think. If he was in the mode of fighting Stu in a full camp like that, I don't think there's many white collar fighters around here that could live with him.
No.
I don't think Stu. Well, no, I don't know. Stu.
Backtracking a little bit.
Well, no, I did think. I don't know.
You nearly come out your mouth, and then you realise then that you're the promoter, so you had to claw it back in. I think that's what happened.
Bristol and Stu, look, that's the fight everyone wants to see, myself included. But Dean could shock. Dean could upset the apple cart. You know, I'm Eddie and Bristol's my AJ, and Dean could be fucking Usyk. But so, who knows? It's gonna be tough for him, I think. But I just think Bristol might be a bit quick for him, and a bit too aggressive in the early rounds. What was that? Sorry. Go on. Well, one more.
Carl Darford.
Dark fruits, yeah, please.
Two dark fruits, eh?
Yeah, please.
That's what we're talking about.
Oh, we are, yeah, but it's alright. It's alright.
Cheers, bud.
Legend, cheers, bud.
Thank you, buddy.
Great service. This is the Brunswick and Merthyr boys. Highly recommend it. Great service. We've had nothing but good
I didn't even ask for a pint and he got someone bring it to me, so you can't get much better than that.
Absolutely brilliant service. But yeah, I'm gonna say Bristol second round stoppage. I think Dean's tough, but I think Bristol's just too quick, too aggressive. I think he's up for this. He wants the Stu fight.
Yeah, that's.
But if he does overlook, if he is looking past Dean, he's going to have a shot, and Dean could upset him. But I do think when he's at his best, he's probably a little bit better than Dean. I think that's just my opinion, and I could be very, very wrong on Saturday night. But I haven't seen a lot of Dean. I've seen a lot of Bristol over the years, and I know how good he is.
I think the what makes it worse, but I've chucked it out there, is what comes in my head the other day when I think of Dean, which comes in at the day when he was tired, and maybe that's sitting in my head a bit too much.
Yeah.
And clouding my judgment a little bit.
He has had a massage, and he said he feels a lot looser.
Yeah,
now,
because before that,
he's gone away this week as well. He's taking a break.
He was doing 3 rounds easy before that night, and I think I forget about that a little bit.
Yeah, he's very durable. I think if Bristol doesn't stop him in 2, Bristol's gas tank, it's questionable.
And I think with us is hard as well, because Chris is a good friend.
Yeah, he is.
And I think that chucks in. That's why I can come out and say I think Chris has been a bit lazy this one. Because I'll say it to his fucking face. Do you know what I mean? He's close enough to say it. But yeah, like Chris, there's not many people beating him, like you said.
I agree.
And that's no disrespect to him.
Yeah, thanks to you, boys. You coming down Saturday night?
I can't, no, I go work.
Oh, Vu, nightmare.
She said, sort out to go down for the pints.
Yeah.
She said, do you want to eat dogs? She said, if you knew we come.
Oh, we nearly finished now anyway.
Sure.
Yeah, we're alright.
Yeah. Two baby clubs, so she's like,
I wish you come up here on half hour ago. I'm like a snowman up here.
I don't want to interrupt them, see?
Oh, that's right. Oh, we nearly done,
You'll be Facebook famous by the end of the night, There'll be at least 30 views on this.
Cheers, bud. Thank you very much. So we'll move on then. Obviously we've covered the Bristol fight and the Dean Morris fight. Rhys Dixon versus Ben Jones. This is a fight I'm really looking forward to. We've got another. There he is, man. James Rowe. You're stepping into the pot. We're live on the podcast, Jim. So do you want to say anything to your opponent while you're here?
You're having it.
Yeah.
Short and sweet. Do you already know how you're gonna plan the fight out in your head?
Yeah. Secret though.
Yeah, no, we don't expect.
Can't you give us a little hint, like?
No.
We have talked about
Kiss and
it.
tell.
No?
You'll see on the night.
Kiss and text?
Oh, I'll have to.
Alright.
Podcast,
Yeah, nearly finished now. But
most of the way through the fights, give our little opinions on it, like.
So what is your opinions then? Come on.
Well,
you'd
have to listen back
to be honest, I think I said Larry's going to beat you, I think. I'm not joking.
Prove wrong.
Yeah.
And I think what I said was...
I can't remember what I said.
I think I said I didn't really have an opinion on it because I haven't seen enough of the Bearville, to be fair.
No,
I haven't seen a lot of
I
it.
think what I said was I think you're gonna keep him at range of the jab for 2 rounds, but I don't know if you're fit enough to do that for 3.
Yeah, like you said, I don't think I haven't seen.
You know I haven't seen strong.
You know I haven't seen enough of him because you were messaging me every week for videos. I didn't have any.
He starts off strong and he gets blown out. So
that's how you see it.
It's a close fight. Battle of wills, isn't it? So
with that, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Wants him more.
That's what we say for every third round. They want him more.
Who's gonna bite on our gum shield and fucking?
Third round's most important, I think, for me. Then.
Yeah.
I think you'll go.
I think you.
First round in, second on me, and then third round with the winner.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna go.
And you're gonna find a bit more in the closing stages, like.
Something thinking about there.
Yeah.
How's your fitness?
Great, fantastic.
The little pause there before he said it, but no, that's what it's going to come down to as well. So if the pay-per-view and everyone is the fitness, who wants him on the
There's a
third
lot of
round?
fights on, isn't it?
13. Looking forward to it. Nerves kicked in yet?
It's going to be
No,
a big
that's what I
night.
mean. I just
Chilled
I
out.
went, just chill out. Sad.
I was like when I done mine, obviously a long time ago, but I was thinking to myself, like, oh, the nerves are going to kick in, and they just never did, And then
The
backstage...
biggest fight everyone's looking forward to is Jordan.
Yeah, everyone's looking forward to that, ain't
Well,
Yeah,
the weigh-in helped that one, didn't it? Let's be honest. The weigh-in.
That's a lie,
Yeah.
But I think Jordan's for smoking like that. I think.
Do you reckon?
I really don't think that boy will go after them.
Huh?
So you think it's going to be an early fight?
First, second round, I think.
Do you
Just stop
reckon?
there.
Yeah, he's got... I think he's the
Because
stronger...
punch,
He's
like,
the stronger
never-
of the two, isn't he?
I think we did say that, didn't it?
We said he's the
There's a
stronger of the two.
Yeah, there's a chance.
And if Jordan Davis is up against the ropes and in the corners, I think he's
I
going to
think
be...
someone's a surprise him as Jack. He's like, yeah, what a shape. He's been training hard.
Corey's the most improved fighter in the gym, or?
Fuck.
Yeah?
He's mental fit.
Is he?
Been training really. Look at him. He was skinny every day. Just been sliced, cut up with him.
Been on the fucking gear, really, lad.
Flat up the juice, wasn't it?
Right.
As she said to me to go on.
We've
Cole, I think you should have...
We'll have to have some drug tests if we'll fight.
Nah, but it's going to be a good night, isn't it?
Yeah, do you want to join us for the rest of it, or are we nearly finished now?
Oh, I have.
700 people, or does that not scare you, man?
That's maybe that. It's nice size.
It's a lot of people.
600-700, yeah.
It's nice size one.
So it's
Yeah,
a
you're
small,
gonna train him.
it's a small crowd for
You
you.
and
so-
mother shouting. Fucking kill him! Well, no, I haven't seen nothing of him. Never seen him, he's never seen me, so...
It's going to be good. I mean, close
One of
fight.
them things.
This is why I haven't given my opinion on it, because I haven't even seen him
Yeah.
spar.
I think you'll win the first two. I just think he's going to come on strong late, I do.
No, I got told by someone down there.
Wow,
A leak, like.
someone.
A leak in the gym.
He said...
Rat.
Didn't
Tell
expect
the truth,
that.
he said the first round he's going to bring it all to you. After that, he said it's going to be you all the way. So I'm expecting first round to come out swinging fucking big haymakers.
And he's going to listen to this now, and he's going to be like, well, I'm not going to throw a fucking thing in the first round now.
I think
6'4".
You both be fucking just wait this.
He was locked in the
Yeah, he was, yeah.
He's going to get through there.
when you were saying that, it did sound like it came out of Luke's mouth, but I don't know. It sounded like Lucas told you, huh?
And then when he comes from there,
Yeah?
what I go finish with.
Sounds like you've got a game plan.
Yeah.
That's right. You're waiting for that.
Yeah? Well, I'm looking forward to it, but can't wait. Make sure you download for 3.
Who else? So that Andrew Boom fights, right? That's Sam, bro.
Come on, bud, speak up.
There you are, mate.
Yeah, that's Sam and Andrew. I think it's going to be a good fight. One
Yeah.
of the
Who do you think? Who do you think's
Which
going
way
to
you
win?
gonna go?
That Sam's a monster.
Yeah.
I hate to get him.
Fucking
Wow.
tank, innit?
Good on fitness. I think Sam's too big.
Do you reckon?
I think Andrew will have him later on. But them sort of things, fitness,
Yeah, because the muscle he's carrying, like.
too much muscle. He's fucking- one leg was bigger in forward. Yeah, what else? Gonna go for my McAway to win.
Yeah?
It's in the red corner. Got a back right corner all the way, mate.
Yeah.
Of course you have. Got to
Back
stick with
killer.
your boys.
He does hit the hard way. Yeah, we're going to get onto that now in a
It
minute.
is fucking it hard.
We're just on now. Dixon and Ben Jones. That's the fight we're on.
Ben.
Yeah?
I don't know, I think Dixon's going to surprise people. I
Fucking
really
right. Yeah,
do.
he is.
Everyone's underestimating. Everyone's thinking Ben's going to fall again, but I think he's going to surprise people. I think Ben will win,
Yeah.
but he's going to be surprised. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
Dixon's
really
good.
easy.
That's-
Reese is good.
Yeah.
Ben's
I-
fit. He's
I've seen it in the gym. He's
like,
quality.
He's marathons now.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Same
But
as
this-
Well, Dixon's trained
He
hard.
is,
Yeah,
yeah.
he is, and he's
He's
like McGregor, but style-wise, like.
Reese has put a lot of effort in as well.
Yeah.
He's fit now too.
I think Gary's, I think...
He's from
he's
a
a
family of
surprise
winners
lot
as well, you
He's a
know.
surprise lot of people.
For me, I don't think it's that much of a surprise, to be honest.
You fancy him, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Like
Reese?
Yeah,
I think Ben is a very good fighter. Let's be honest. We've all seen him.
I
He's
think
good.
that's one of the best matchups ever.
Style, it's a clash of styles, isn't it? Because you got like.
Well, we may as well just jump onto that fight.
Yeah, you may as well sit down, James.
may as well
but-
just jump
Yeah, I'll
on
finish
to it.
our son.
I don't want to pint, son.
Go on, bud.
Got a big stay sad, I don't drink this.
But no, so like the way I see it going is Ben. He's a counter puncher, right? He's in and out. He's quick as
Yeah,
fuck.
that's his thing,
And he's
he's
going to
quick.
try and time Dixon. and just get in and out, bang, 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 right? And just pick up a points victory. He won't stop Dixon. I can't see any way he stops Dixon, really. Because he's too tough. Yeah, he's too tough, Dixon. But I think if Reece can cut off a ring, keep Ben in corners against ropes, he'll open up. He'll open up and he'll land. And I think, we don't know.
Lands a big mate.
Yeah, you never know.
I think Ben will be a lot too fit from it. First round it'll be all Reece.
I just don't think Reece is going to be like his brother, his family. Like I know him all.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to let him lose.
Because obviously I've been he come to the gym for a couple of times. I don't think they're going to let him lose. That's the only main reason why I'm over this side is because I don't think he'd be allowed to lose. Tony's obviously a professional. He's been training a lot with Tony. You know that you can't get better training than that. You know, professional boxer. You know, his brother's a professional boxer, so
could be. No, I think that's probably the best fight ever.
Yeah.
So for me, I just think.
So you going Tubby? You going Reece?
I just think he got so much heart.
He wants it bad, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he's had his whatever the last couple of months, and he's passed all that now, and he's focused on his training a lot.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't think his brother's going to let him lose.
By reading a group chat, I think he does want it a lot.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
But Ben's got a lot of people coming, a lot of support.
But like you said, I gotta stay with where you said as well. Like Benny gets in and out, and he's quick.
And it's a big ring, so that's going to suit Ben.
He's super quick. But if Tubby can keep on him for 3 rounds, if he's got enough in his tank to give him 3 rounds, like he can. It's going to be hard.
I did think Ben would outpoint him. The last couple of weeks I've been edging towards Reece. I think Reece is going to be able to cut. He's either been working on that with Tony, cutting a ring off, landing big shots when he gets a chance, and I just think he's going to put Ben under a lot of pressure early. And I think it's just whether Ben can handle it and whether he can use the ring.
If he can handle being on the back foot,
legs
to be on the front foot. Can he handle being on our back foot?
Yeah,
because
Reece is going to come forward.
Oh, he is. But this is what I'm saying. If he could do 3 rounds of bringing it, then he's cards. I can't see him losing it.
What I do hope is that obviously Reece has turned his life around in the last couple of months, and I just hope win or lose, he sticks at it now and keeps going forward with it, because it's the best they've seen him look in years, really. I didn't really know him before the camp. I obviously knew of him. He's looking great, he's feeling great, and it's just nice to see, you know what I mean? So I just hope win or lose, he keeps going forward and keeps training.
You go for Reece?
I'm going to go Reece.
His mother
on points. But I wouldn't be surprised if Ben boxed his head off for 3 rounds and Reece didn't land a glove on him, because Ben is very fucking good, like.
We've seen him in training.
His foot is good.
He's in and out. Yeah, which you could 100% be right.
Yeah.
You know, me and him have done this, like, I don't know how many times we've done this, and we've been wrong. We call him wrong all the time.
Yeah, so I mean,
it's who shows up on a night.
The thing is, I match them all to fucking go the distance and have close fights. So we should be able to.
You can only match them through sparring. I know, in training. Yeah. On the night, 2 different people turn up. You can have a guy that turns up nervous as fuck, who's showing everything,
loves the attention and loves the crowd and finds that extra gear.
Yeah, and then you get someone else who's sitting in the back really nervous about the crowd, and then they go out there and that's playing on their fucking mind.
They burnt up so much energy back to worrying about it.
And instead of thinking of the game plan then and what to do, they panic. Their heart is going, and they start, and they hear the crowd then going, they start throwing big shots which tire them out, and they end up losing the fight. We've seen it so many times. So that's
so you're going Ben on points, yeah?
Ben points and what?
Reece points or knockout?
No, I'm going Reece points.
Yeah, I'm going to go Reece points as well.
I'll stick with Ben.
Right, moving on then to the main event. Obviously, the reason we're all down here really is for Wayne, and obviously he's raising money for Neil Ryan's family. There'll be a charity auction on the night, raffle on the night as well, and we'll be going around with some buckets, selling programs on the door. Make sure you buy one of them. Wayne's on the cover. All the profits from them are going to Wayne as well.
James already bought 2 beer.
James just bought 2 now as well. Nice keepsakes for the boxes as well. So we've got family boxing on a card. Their interviews are in there. So it's a nice keepsake.
Well, the thing is, see with them, so you could put that, your vest,
and your winner's
medal in
the
frame, and it looks good.
It does look banging. But this fight's a mystery.
If you do lose, mind, I have got a winner's medal in the house I'm willing to sell.
But this fight's a bit of a mystery, boys, because obviously we've not seen David. You know, David's taking the fight, but he said, look, I want to train in my own gym. I don't want to.
Which you can't blame him.
I want it to be a mystery.
But most people have been like that.
Yeah, but I've seen you've come over the gym, done a bit of sparring, so I've been able to match you up.
So.
But I agreed to
But
let
that's why I
David.
found you was hard, because you haven't done enough, which I got, like, for David, like you said, we haven't seen none of it.
Well, no, I wouldn't normally let it happen, but because he was in Brendan's gym, I know Brendan will have him ready, and if Brendan didn't think it was a safe fight anyway, he wouldn't put him in there.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I think, look, I'm looking forward to it. I think a lot of people, obviously in our gym, they've seen Tom, or they've seen the power he's got, and then they're automatically thinking he's going to blow David away. But
I think.
what you got to think about is David is a fucking big boy himself. He's a doorman himself. He's put a lot of fucking work in. He's lost a lot of weight. He's a lot fitter. He's a strong bastard. Do you know what I mean? And we haven't seen how strong he is. He's been doing hard sparring with Sam McIntyre, because Sam's been training down with him. So you can't get much better sparring than with Sam, really.
I'm not going to have much on it. There's no other thing in my mind than Tom or winning. I'm not even going to discuss it either way. I don't even want to hear I don't want to hear any other discussion on it, but Tom wins, he takes a belt home. It's his night, he's not going to lose.
Do you think that the occasion might get a bit much for Tom?
Why would he invite all those people down if he thought that?
No, because obviously you never know how you're going to react to it. But obviously he's emotionally invested in it. It means a lot to him. Some people rise that occasion and it drives them on, but some people, it's too much pressure.
I don't even want to discuss it, but I told you it's going to be...
Nice to join us, James Brett.
I'm going to go for wing.
Give us a prediction for you a fight before you go.
All the way scorecards.
All the way scorecards, yeah? You.
I'm going to go wing, second on finish.
Yeah?
Body shots.
See you Saturday. Take it easy, Brett.
See you Saturday, Brett.
So yeah, I mean... But yeah, I just think... Like, obviously you've been in with Wayne. Talk us through his power. How much of his...
Well, I went in with Wayne, and like I said to him, just we'll just walk around the ring, have a friendly spar, whatever. Which it was, but his jab, honestly, is like most people I've sparred, right hook. Like it's that powerful, and I don't know how that David could take a punch. I don't know. Perhaps he's down there.
Well, he's been in with Sam and Brendan and whoever else.
Yeah, which
obviously they died.
But I haven't seen it. Just because they've been in with him doesn't mean he's done well in it. I went in with Wayne, but I didn't do fucking very well in it.
David's very confident though. I just think if to be that confident, you must have a bit about. You must have, like he's obviously been in with Sam McIntyre. Sam's been in with Tom, so he's got a nice form line really.
Anybody can be confident. Well, let's talk about Jake Jones for starters. He was very confident in our fight.
Yeah, until he seen the crowd and
And he said to me there's no way he was going to lose and whatever. And I said the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, going on what I've seen, I've only seen Tom, so I can only talk about his power, and I can only talk about how much he wants it, and he could blow David away early, but I think it would be silly of me to write David off because he's a big lad himself. He's trained hard, and he fucking wants it. Just as much, I think,
as much as the thing I'd say for David is fair play.
Yeah,
because
it's a big
let's
fight
be honest,
to take.
like most of the crowd down there is down there for Tomo.
Yeah.
That hasn't put him off, which I think fair play deal. As his class, because for me, if it was me against someone, no matter how much I thought I was going to win, if they were bringing most of the crowd down there on the night, I'd probably put myself just for that. But it doesn't seem to affect him, for what you said.
No.
He's up for it. And just what he's doing for the charity anyway.
Fantastic.
is brilliant. Yeah.
I just hope we raise a lot of money for him, It's, it should be a couple of thousand, and that'd be fantastic, And I think he's got plans sort of after the event, if should he win, and that'll be lovely as well if if that happens. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to the night now, and I just hope that all the fighters obviously come out of the ring safe. No injuries. I can't see there being any. Obviously, it is boxing, you never know. But they're all fair fights. They're all close fights, and
well, you've seen that from me and you saying like,
back and forth.
The ones I've gone for, you've gone for the other ones.
Yeah, so. I mean, in the Tomo fight, what I would say is, if I was gonna give a prediction, I would probably go Tomo by decision. I think David's got a big heart. I think he's gonna have a fucking right good go. And I just think Tomo, he's obviously been training for so long. I don't think he's gonna go Gano early.
No, but
I think he's going to take his time.
Second round stoppage for Tomo. I think Tomo wins second round
You reckon?
stoppage. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tomo said he can't see him seeing the end of the first bell, but I think David.
I don't know if he's just saying that.
I think David's got a big heart. I think he's going to give Tomo an hard night work. I think it's going to be a very good fight, and I just, like I say, to me, I just want them both to come
I wish I
see
more. I wish I see more, David.
Well, none of us.
I really wish.
Yeah,
no, that's what I'm saying. I wish I. Even just.
And that's what's the miss. That's
what
like
makes
a
it
lot of
better.
these boys in the car. You can go in this group chat and they can watch sparring videos of their opponent and try and work out a game plan. Tomo and David. I mean, David probably better equipped because he probably would have seen some of Tomo's videos. Whereas Tomo hasn't seen anything.
Hopefully, he hasn't seen one of me and Tomo. I hope he's because he's going to be like, "What the fuck is this fucker on about?"
He'd be calling you out next.
Yeah, no, but what he's done to take on the fight, I take my hat off.
Yeah, and he's lost a lot of weight. He's got himself fit, and like I said to him the other day, what he's done is not just an 8-week training program for a boxing event. It's a lifestyle change, and he wants to continue and he wants to do it now next year and so forth. And you've got to give him, win or lose on Saturday night. I just hope he sticks with it, and I hope, I just hope he enjoys his experience and we go from there. But I'm really looking forward to it. And hopefully just adds a bit of a laugh to, obviously, and a bit of excitement to Saturday night, this podcast. Like I said at the start, we always wrong, so I wouldn't listen to...
Clueless.
Yeah, I wouldn't listen to what we got to say too much, but...
I can't believe people listen to us down the gym, but...
No,
it's baffling, but nah, all jokes aside, it's going to be a hell
of a night. This is probably the best quality one.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's the one I'm most looking forward to.
Yeah, best card we've ever had.
Well, maybe not the best card we've had, because I've been on one of them.
Yeah.
But after that, second best.
Yeah. But also thanks to the sponsors as well. Just a quick one. So we've got More Groundworks, RTS Tree Specialist Limited, Soldier Chef Kitchen, Alana Miles Removals and Clearance Limited, so AM Removals and Clearance, Hollow Biomics and Jenko's Drive Intuition. Big thank you to them guys, and we will see you all on Saturday night for what promises to be a fantastic night boxing. Thank you very much, Sam.
Thank you, bud. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I genuinely can't wait. And that is us out. Thanks, guys.